YouTube streets. So that's also why I moved my podcast, which I don't even know how long it's gonna last, you guys, but it will never see the light of day. Basically, it's just pilots, basically for fun, drilling, exercises, critical thinking, and all those wonderful moments. Yes. So I was listening to someone, right? I don't know why y'all be playing with these, but that's gonna be another topic for discussion. But I was listening to someone, and they're so. I mean, they don't ask questions, but they're like curious, and a lot of people are, because to them they think that a lot of people that's from Louisiana, particularly New Orleans, all look exactly alike. And obviously, I'm from New Orleans, so I don't think that everyone looks exactly alike. Um, So this is how I started off by doing this. And it's titled United We Stand or Fall for Nothing. So it's important for individuals. When they say curiosity killed the cat, was that an oxymoron like so many other cliches? Because that's what it sounds like. But curiosity is good for your soul. It's also good for your heart. And a lot of I noticed that like beef sectors, they don't have any humanity. They know how to say gimme, 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 and they're detrimental advice that they offer, and I put advice in tough air quotes. Is it's not too good for individuals' well-being, especially their social well-being. But that doesn't matter to them because it's all about that almighty dollar. For the love of money. Y'all heard that song, right? For the love of money. Gotta make that money, man. I always associate, I just be hearing beats, you guys. Hearing songs when I say certain type of things that remind me of certain type of songs. So no, everyone from New Orleans do not look alike. And people are like, when they see Kevin Gates and they see that he looks like, I'm using him as an example. I've never met him, other people have. They be like, oh, he looks just like, I guess, whoever his wife or lack thereof, whatever it is, because I don't know what's going on over there, and I don't take the time like bloggers. In order to blog, you have to write, because I'm just saying. I don't take time trying to dive and dig into individuals' relationship. That is what's going on in this universe right now. And let me tell you, behind the scenes, it is very low vibrational. It's low vibrational in here though, but that's what they do. So we let them do what they do or whatever, as long as they're not interrupting our broadcast and programming. So not the, oh, we're gonna program it, not that type of programming. So it's filled with a lot of humanity, filled with a lot of love. We're gonna have sometimes that we're gonna go on rants and all that, you know what I'm saying, stuff underneath the sun. So not everyone from New Orleans do not look alike. They might look alike to individuals who do not live in New Orleans, or people who are on the outside as spectators looking in. Individuals do not look alike, you know. Individuals do not engage in any type of incest or anything like that. Like, people say the most ridiculous things. Do other people in the country, like waiting for in the deep backwoods, do that? That's what they say or whatever. But I don't know, because we don't engage in that type of debauchery is what I call it. First of all, kids end up retarded if they start mixing across direct bloodlines. So here's a little, this is a simple exercise, y'all, but I do mess with larger numbers. I'm not a mathematician. People are smarter than me. That's why I always give other individuals in different realms, real professionals who are not biased, their props and their flowers, even though I can't see them all. You got mathematicians, astrologers, astronomers. You got all these, you got based ones in the medical community. You got so many type of individuals. You guys, you got base educators. You got all that. You got base comedians. You got all of that. All of that. So it's amazing how when you give individuals just like a piece of advice, people who are low vibration, they will, not even gonna say low vibrational, people who are not in tune with the universe, or with or they like interpersonal skills and or communication skills, they do like different things with information. And that's another reason why I just tone down the videos, because people like to use sound bites or whatever, or try to twist and turn the narratives and the truth. Even Congress know that the truth and the truth is the truth, and fake news is fake news, and real news cannot be distorted. So that's my take on that part or whatever. And yes, you do have real people in real Congress that actually work, and then you have the ones that just sleep. Like, oh, what's on the agenda for today? Wake up! What's up with the Data Act? So no, everyone from New Orleans. I don't know about the incest part. You might want to ask your ancestors who are from New Orleans, but I digress. Y'all, when I say, and this is when I say that certain individuals before our times were actually onto something, that is why, like, real theories and real research, that's why that is important. It was also important, independent artistry as well as independent directors. That would be you guys, not all of you. If you're messy, I ain't talking to you. And that's how we pretty much roll. Even when I was in college, you cannot sit at this table, darling, unless you're going to study. We're going to be using flashcards. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a 100, 100. We're not going to have all that. Let me cheat out. We ain't doing none of that, darling. Same such in high school. What Roger Goodell got to do with this? He know how I feel about certain jocks who like to tell people how to vote, sir. So we don't want none of that this year. We don't want none of that. We don't want none of them NFL. We don't want none of them. We don't want them telling us how to vote. It is what it is. And this is beyond. This is bigger than the NBA. This is bigger than entertainment. This is bigger than NFL. This is bigger than hip hop. Now let me speak, because they say let girls learn, but it don't seem like y'all want girls to learn. And don't dare blame it on color, because we got a white boy. We got white boys and another black chick. You got the team. We can't even talk in peace. Speak in peace on our own channels without pump your brakes. It's the envy and the jealousy for me. So yeah, so I put this, and this is not any major type of math. This is how you don't. I'm doing it this way, so I don't have to reveal individuals, like, you know what I'm saying, identities. A lot of people do not like the camera. A lot of people do not like the camera, WWL, and others stealing footage without permission just because you want to see if the unicorn is real. So unbecoming, so disrespectful. All right, so I put B plus L1 equals A D1 S L2 and T. A plus D equals D2 L1 L2. Nor offsprings cannot procreate with D2, nor offsprings of D2. That would be incest, darlings. Individuals do not mix across direct and pure bloodlines. So for outsiders who wonder why individuals begin to look alike, as time progressed, you will have to ask real historians and or real scientists who are not biased. The more people are around each other, they tend to start looking alike for some reason. It's no different from how the saying goes. Although each human and genetic codes are different, it's believed each of us have twins. That's why we call it 20, 20, 20 in the universe. And it freaks some people out because they're so petrified of truth. I mean, not truth. They're so petrified of the known and the unknown. So when they actually see it, they'll be like, this is weird. 20, 20, 20. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3, 1963. 0 plus 0 is not 80,000 or it's not 50. People gonna understand it because they got behind the scenes sneak peeks. And they just be going bananas with there you go, bananas with numbers. And I'm just like, y'all need to go and be doing something. Go in STEM, do some math or something. Become an engineer, a real one that's based. Y'all are gonna drive there. Sheep and zombies drive themselves insane. Then they be like, we're truth or y'all are weird. Y'all probably land in the same cluster as the sheep and zombies, because every time you hear 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5, and then it's divine 9. I'm like, what? And enough. The flat earth exercise is enough. It was just critical thinking, something to just jog our, you know what I'm saying. We're not gonna go back in time and space or whatever, but it was fun while it lasted. Some individuals like to take it to the extreme like they do the Trinity, but this is not the time and the place for that. And y'all are really just battering folks in here like, you know something that we don't know. You're not trying. What you want people to do? Unmask. What you want people to do? Show me your little alien. I know that you have that UFO. Y'all are silly. Your audience, well, not your audience, but the ones who pretended to be. a part of the Klan. No, not the KKK. Get y'all minds. Oh, sheep and zombies, darlings. I cannot, for the love of, I cannot, absolutely not. So let me continue. So it's believed each of us have twins in the universe, and I put twins in quotes, who are not related to us by blood. And yes, it's very strange. Have you ever bumped into someone and they swore that they knew you, but you have never seen them in your entire life, nor was it possible for you and the other individual to cross paths prior to seeing each other for the very first time? False memories are common. And I told you, that's why I used to sit up there and wear this. People like, oh my God, freak out. You wear the same shirt. Do you understand it's a different day? Do you understand I have multiple shirts that look like I might have 10 black shirts. I might have 10 green shirts. I might have 3 or 4 yellow shirts and about 2 or 3 green shirts. 10 pair of black pants that looks exactly alike. Doesn't mean that I am wearing the exact thing at the exact moment in time and space. And the answer is no. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science. We're not doing tough drills, tough exercises, tough critical thinking exercises. As long as individuals apply critical thinking, rationale, reasoning, logic, and basic common sense to just about any given subject matter, it doesn't matter what the problem is. It does matter how each problem is defined and solved, basically. So you can throw out any subject matter from any different realm, any different subject, English, philosophy, sociology, psychology, you know what I'm saying, economics, business, real economics, not that fake equity, fake return shit, Ponzi scheme, energy crimes. Y'all be surprised the type of crimes people engage in. Be like, I can show you how to make $1 million. I bet you can, Felita Hannah-Poole. That's all, folks. Let me continue. So in any event, so back in the day, individuals generally would date people that was similar to, it doesn't have to be like an exact carbon copy of your family, but the way the individuals dated, it could be based upon their jobs or job ethics or skills or lack thereof, characteristics, their physical features, their attractiveness, things like that. So you have French. Yes, people are brown and they can't speak French in Louisiana. Because people be like, do people speak French fluent? Yes, they can, and some can actually write it or whatever because they were taught how to do so from an early age. So you have Raising Cajuns, you have American Indians, Anglo-Saxons, Black, and you have the Irish communities, you got the Italian, you got all kind of things on there. No, that's why they call Louisiana a melting pot. So back in the day, individuals generally dated according to their skill levels, but what was known as taboo was quite uncommon to, like, people say date outside your, I believe in the human race, so on the date, we're going to have to coin something. I haven't figured anything out yet, but if I do, it will not be public, basically. But back in the day, individuals dated people who they cared about and loved, basically. So a lot of people do not marry for money. So you will see individuals who might have a lot of money, middle class or upper middle class or whatever. We don't know what's going on with the old modern day old school middle class, but we're going to figure we know what's going on with it. Yeah, you have individuals who date different classes, and I don't like the word class, but we're going to use it for now as a placeholder, basically. People are like, oh my God, you don't see people nose turn up when they see them with certain people, like, oh my God, cannot believe he or she is with her. What, a spick? Yep. Oh, a black girl. But what difference does it make, truly? And I'm trying to, at this point in time, have reality TV, scripted reality TV, distort the individual's perception so much to where they can't even see the truth, to where they can't even look in the mirror, to where they can't even ask themselves why they're so engrossed and bothered and obsessed with how other individuals interact, how other individuals sleep with each other, date, fuck, suck, whatever. Don't get sucked in, y'all. So that's food for thought right there. So laborers, according to their skill levels, what was known as taboo was not uncommon. So laborers, i.e. businessmen, people would be like, oh, why is he or she dating down? To them, they're not looking at people for this. This is not Hollywood. It's real life. And even individuals in whatever is left of Hollywood, because these are Hollywood, then it's Bollywood. Bollywood needs to let Babylon burn down all the way to the goddamn ground. Let it burn. Even people in Hollywood, y'all don't see some of them are not always with other people unless they're using them for branding or marketing purposes or to live a whatever, a magical life that's not going to work and they end up not being with each other in the long run because they can't not get along. But you have individuals who are rich, poor, middle, it doesn't matter, and they don't always date within the same, you know. So y'all gonna have to ask the Hollywood Scarlett. You will not be like, oh my God, she dated him. He's just regular. That's the point of it all. She doesn't need someone that's gonna be flying out just as much as she has to fly out in order to, you know what I'm saying, go and audition in order to go, you know what I'm saying, go on a audition casting call in order to you know what I'm saying, just do. I call it hard work is what that is. Y'all gonna get to see behind the scenes. Oh my God, she or he is with them. They're not even known. That's the point of it all. So when people date like that, so it helps keep them grounded. So they're not around every type of superficial person like, ew, look at my car, look at my car, look at my Versace, look at my Versace. Oh wow, this is. Let me continue. Oh, I hope that I'll be smacking and smacking and hopefully draw the sheep and zombies away. That's why I'll do a lot of annoying shit before we get to the grits. Before we get to the bone, man. So, dating maids or professional servants or cooks or middle class might date their chauffeurs, etc. Others don't pay much attention to people's higher class systems, lower class, whatever, because it don't be none of their business. There are semi-wealthy businessmen and or women. Um, Most don't speak that much unless they know you and aren't generally on social media. So you have to get firsthand accounts, i.e. stories, from them about their childhoods and their livelihoods and their professions. You ain't gonna get them from here. Not always. And when you do, sometimes they be exaggerating and shit. So good luck with that. So that's why I often encourage individuals to show people similar respect and dignity as they expect in return, as respect begets respect. Individuals also talk about how it was like for them growing up, no matter the so-called social status. Status is moot and overhyped these days, unless you know, like to wear fancy pants. T. And that is not my phrase. Individuals who are well off and comfortable in their skin aren't impressed by who has the most money, basically. They are impressed by being treated equally and with respect, as well as they love loyalty without having to sign an NDA. Let's play a game. It's not a real game, it's just virtual. It's not even a complex thing. We're just doing simple exercises. Say hello, Anderson Cooper. Although he probably will not respond. Or is it he may not respond within standard normative fashions in relations to communications in which you are comfortable with, which is most often different from how Cooper or other individuals like him would normally engage. Needless to say, it may scare the shit out of the sheep and the zombies who are universally disconnected. The answer is in the eyes of the beholder in any event. Cooper and others are different. Cooper is held by standards. Y'all refer to him as elite or whatever. I don't know how he referred to himself or the Vanderbilt. Cooper is held by other standards and other codes, so it's taboo for him to be in his natural self, i.e. in his natural state. So you'll rarely see him break character. I've never seen him break character. I have seen him do some camera tricks. Yep, I've seen him do some camera tricks, and I was like, wow, who taught you that? Who trained you? Cooper and others are different. Once again, Cooper is held by standards or codes, so it's taboo for him to be his natural self or in a natural state in order to break his character. Unlike Anthony Bourdain and others like him who were on a quest for purpose when it comes to this thing called life. These are short discussions. By the way, I'm going to make this disclaimer. I've never met Anthony Bourdain. Other individuals have, okay? So you want to check with his little chef. The chef, they have a community. Now, why did Anthony feel as though he was not worthy enough? But that's how people feel as though when they have so much strong Adam, they're like, wow. But I'm not into all of this. I just enjoy food and eating weird shit off of plates and diving into, you know what I'm saying, holes in the walls. And people didn't want Anthony to say, hey, this is what I'm diving into. They'd be like, no, you're going to bring too much crap. And some little town, they don't like all that stuff. But they do like sightings, but they don't like the huge crowds or whatever. You don't want to change the original, you know what I'm saying, the atmosphere of places. So these are short discussions. However, when deep dives into unknowns and unknowns are observed, the webs aren't as tangled and dark, such as dark webs of hypocrisy, misinformation, and fraud. Mr. Cooper. Brain teaser, but it's not like the old brain teasers like back in the day. No. It's simple rather than being complex or semi-complex. Cooper knows or know of persons he isn't as less socially aware or less socially mindful as it pertains to the disconnected sheep and zombies of the plantations. Cooper knows how to keep fun and silly secrets. Cooper could reveal familiar faces, which you guys, some of you will know, some of you will not know. Depends on what type of things you like to dive into. So familiar faces who have been on television without revealing connections publicly, which is taboo. If others trust people with fun, silly secrets, there's no need to sign no need to sign NDAs. Now, keep in mind, don't expect to see stranger things and unusual sightings. It's taboo for Cooper to like sip tea or have coffee with commoners, handsmaid tales, and, thus conversing about eyes of Katrina. Calm before the storm. Needless to say, once upon a time, there was this journalist named Cooper. I told you journalism used to be a thing back in the day. Brian Stelter. There used to be this such thing called reputable journalist. Let me repeat again. Needless to say, once upon a time, there was this journalist named Cooper who said he was one of the first to touch down in New Orleans during Katrina. I have a good memory. However, I do not recall seeing him. Just because I did not see him, i.e. Anderson, with naked eyes, doesn't mean he doesn't exist. If I turn on the TV, does it count as seeing him? No, not physically. If I or others saw him, Cooper, physically, would perceptions be different? If I or others who stood side by side of Cooper, it doesn't take rocket science to predetermine which individual would garner more attention due to facial recognition and the individual's ability to recall faces which are known to their memory, i.e. banks. Let's speak of the term predetermined, which isn't the same as making educated guesses or premonitions. In its context, the term predetermined is more so common sense to infer Cooper is more recognizable to the general public than other unfamiliar faces. It also doesn't take much common sense to conclude if Cooper or others don't say it on TV, Paul, than unusual, rare events. Dark web, he's a jackass by the way, OPM breaches didn't occur, others, i.e. survivors, don't exist. Or take, for instance, just because certain unique influencers are shadow banned or scrubbed, does it truly erase their mere existence and their creativity and originality? Yeah, Cooper, he's retarded. Paul is a jackass. Like, people like, oh, it's the white supremacy. I'm like, oh, you stupid jackass, you're around one of the motherfucking greatest fucking chefs in motherfucking universe besides Anthony Bourdain, you jackass. You on your little tugboat. Anderson Cooper knows how to keep secrets, and so does Anthony Bourdain, because I'm pretty sure Anthony would have known one of the greatest chefs in the fucking universe. Oh, I wish Anthony Bourdain was alive. You jackass. People have so many, people used to be awesome, amazing. He's like, I keep my feet up. I don't need to go back to work. You ungrateful jackass. Bobblehead, cookbooks, and you jackass. Signs, notes, and go to a rabbit hole, Paul. Embarrassing, I tell you. But Anderson Cooper and Anderson Cooper knows how to keep secrets. So, because people think, oh, da 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 da, you could call me crazy. Just call it Krazy. Anyway, it's taboo for Anderson Cooper to talk to commoners, i.e. handmaids, tells her he might talk to y'all. So all you have to do is just believe in fake news, unicorn, and bears playing the piano. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Anderson Cooper never comes out of character. That's why I be telling y'all, never let people trick you out your positions either. Which, like, thank you, Kanye, you Jack. We're still trying to we're waiting for you to tell us how slavery was a choice, sir. Waiting. Oh, wake up, Kanye. Wake up. Anyway, y'all, but yeah. So that's why people are like, why should Anderson Cook? Because he knows how to keep secrets, and then you could just like talk and what he gonna do, which is fortunate because she been I'm saying like pulling up at CNN and stuff. Can I pull? I don't want to even pull up on Anderson Cooper because then I will know that he truly exists. Did you guys see Anderson Cooper during Katrina? Because I swear that one line he said, y'all, I'm not as naive as I used to be when I was a little girl. He was like, I was one of the first to pull up in New Orleans, and then a tear just dropped from my eye, and I'm like, you son of a bitch, was that true? I want my fucking tear back from Katrina. How you doing? I want my fucking tear back. Yeah, I swear, y'all. I told y'all fake news and used to be a reputable source back in the day. Y'all remember when Obama forgot to salute or first of all, sir. What was that? Y'all go and check it out. They ain't erased that because that was some funny moments or whatever. Let's see. Where did I stop? Yeah, but that boy Anderson dude, he know how to keep a motherfucking secret, and he ain't gonna be like, blackmail you, let's get on cover. Come on, I'm gonna take a picture. You don't have to worry about him doing that because he's so elite. He stays in his own motherfucking lane. Now, he's not perfect, but I'm just using Anderson as an example because he's not unhinged. You know, like the urban bunch y'all see in these YouTube screens. I hate black women. I hate white men. Y'all hate everybody, motherfuckers, except for your motherfucking mammies and your sperm donors. What else is there to fucking know underneath the fucking stars, sun, and the moon? I'm so goofy, y'all. People be like, is she really like that in real life? Yes, I'm goofy. But yeah, that's why I use Anderson as an example because he's a familiar face. What a jackass. And that fool, like, boy, you around. One of my favorites, Anthony Bourdain. One of my favorites. I swear I would have been like, oh my God. And I do not get around. I don't get riled up by celebrity. What the fuck? I be like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I don't get like that around other people. I'm not starstruck like that. But I am fascinated about them bears. They're fascinated about the bears. I ain't talking about the football team because y'all know y'all football teams. So we don't know what them Saints gonna do. But yeah, we know them Saints gonna go marching in. Oh, so many memories. So many wonderful, wonderful memories. Let me finish. Let me start over by saying I already did the brain tea. Let's speak. Okay. So it's more so common sense to infer Cooper is more recognizable to general public than other unfamiliar faces. This is my second recap. It also doesn't take much common sense to conclude if Cooper or others don't say it on TV, then unusual, rare events, dark web, OPM breaches didn't occur. Others, i.e. survivors, don't exist. Or take, for instance, just because certain unique influencers are shadow banned or scrubbed, does it truly erase their mere existence? As it pertains to censorship, hypocrisy begets hypocrisy. Truth or reflections of truth, as unique individuals share fun moments and or stories, as it relates to humans' ability to socially engage, or else let me repeat that. As it relates to humans' ability, as it pertaining to social engagement, interaction equals individuals who are free thinkers who think outside of the cliche box of norms, do not generally conform. So they create their own roundtables for discussions and utilize platforms for greater common universal good to give the voiceless a face. You won't find them taking tickets nor entering non-productive rat races in which to dive down toxic trauma bonding, self-hating rabbit holes filled with endless echo chambers of despair, which is detrimental in the long run, as it relates to your mental health and or social well-being. I'll leave you with this. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? And I'm going to stop there. That's about 30 minutes because I want to put the other clip. I want it to be very unique. I want it to be direct. I want it to be interpersonal. So that's why I made a separate clip, basically. Shedding tears unapologetically as we get knocked down, only to get back up and stand. Still standing. Woo! I had to cut the video short just real quick because I was like, ooh, I feel this tear. I feel this tear, Lord. And I was like, So that's why I was like, whoo, let me cut this real quick. Came back on, regrouped, and y'all know. So if y'all ever see my eyes be red, it's because I'll be like, oh my God, while I'm writing, I'm so emotional and I'm so passionate. And sometimes my eyes will be red or whatever, and I'll come on and just be like, oh, come on, pull it together. Pull it together for the video. Pull it together, Natasha. Pull it together. My old boss used to be like, Natasha. I was like, what do you like to be called? I was like, Tasha. He was like, well, I like Natasha. And I was like, well, sir, why you even ask me then? Why you even ask me? I ain't say it like that. I was like, why'd you ask me, sir? And you know what's so hilarious? Not hilarious, but I be hearing some people, they're just low vibrational though. They be in the YouTube streets and they be like, you recognize the difference between when when black people talking to white people and they talk to black people differently? And I'm like, do you recognize when people smile and they be like this to black people even if they don't know them? And they just like, they be either scared or just be shit-faced. But when you do like this to a white person, Billy Bob will be like, how you doing? People in the South just wave. They'll honk their horns. Matthew McConaughey said, don't honk your horns in Louisiana. Shit, that honk. When you honk your horns, people wave. Y'all get a reaction. You ain't even got to say nothing. You honk your horn, people. One day I was like, can I make a just hand sign? Because so many cars was honking their horn. I said, I just want to take it because I got tired of waving. I was, oh my God. I'm like, God. Whew, come on. I said, I'm going to just make a little hand thing and I'm going to be like, I'm going to make it, and it's going to have the thing going like this. Wave. What Matthew McConaughey know about the porch? The what? The porch. He said, love led us to Louisiana. I think you have to go back to scratch, sir. That's all, folks. Y'all love him. He's cute, huh? I know it. Y'all be like, oh, Matthew is married, but it's okay. He could be a celebrity crush. Y'all remember him from A Time to Kill, huh? Yes, you do. Good job. If you can recall his face. Matthew on his hotel stuff, I'm like, I'll leave it to God, sir. So yeah, y'all be like, oh my God, Matthew. I didn't know Matthew was a liberal. Hook 'em horns. Did I do it right? Hook 'em horns. Did I do it right, Alex? Alex? Where's Alex? Oh, Colonel still mad at Alex. No, he like, I'm finna sell this damn water shit. Hook 'em horns. I'm not Hook 'em horns. Welcome, Manning, coming to the scene, UT. Alright. Matthew McConaughey, sir, have a seat. I didn't know you. I was like, that liberal gonna come out, he's gonna jump out just a little bit, or is he trying to be a voice for the people? Why dude? Hold on. hold on, because y'all have been doing this for a long time. You know, politicians and other. I rarely see conservatives be like, yeah, we're gonna have. Name your favorite. We don't even know who's a conservative actress because people are true or actor. Please stop stealing my stuff, y'all little simple minded YouTubers. Actor. That is not even in your vocabulary. Like, and it's not even a big word, but I'm just saying, where is the originality? I knew that Matthew had a little bit, not the grappler son. What's his background? And why individuals be calling people mulatto instead of asking? I be saying, yeah, people in my family, they Hispanic and black and everything underneath the sun. And we already direct, we can't date each other. We don't believe in incest. But I cannot as myself say, yes, I'm Hispanic too. I got a little, what they call them Mexicans, y'all, spick in me. I can't say I got spick in me. I can say other stuff. I ain't got no spick in me. But others that look like this. They white as snow, look like BB. He gonna be like, do I have to be the example? Yes, sir. This is a universal movement. A movement of humanity and love, sir. So how does Matthew? You gotta show us the tricks. How'd you go and be a speaker of the house? We don't want people going to DC. It's just too, nah, we're gonna chill. We're gonna be in a barricade. I'm gonna be behind the tree. I'm gonna be like, it's a racist. Wait, I don't see that racist, but he playing a piano. And then I was just like, I wasn't hypnotized. I want to be funny, so I was hypnotized. Like, oh my God. Wow. I ain't never seen nobody be funny as hell, do jokes, and stand up comedy and play the piano. And you can bellow a note. It don't have to be perfect like Kirk Franklin. And no, don't tell me how to vote, sir. And yes, I seen him like this. I'm surprised he don't recognize my eyes. Leave him alone. He might not come back. I wouldn't care because you don't jump. Well, I shouldn't have did that. Jump. I don't want people to think I'm being provocative like these sluts on OnlyFans. I don't have to do all that. That's why I stay covered. I also like to show women you can still dress cute and sexy and still be covered. I don't have on jeans, but if I want to put on, you know what I'm saying, put on a little, oh, Benny, your dog, put on a little heels. How you doing? Shout out to my West. I don't have no sponsors. Don't worry, cry. I don't get no sponsors either. That's why I independent artistry. People gonna be taking it, be like, I think she retarded. Independent artistry and independent directors are important. But yeah, I ain't no Matthew McConaughey. But you got one like you, Matthew. Did you check it? Did you check the big bear out? I'm pretty sure. Did you check Tyrese check the big? Oh yeah, you definitely checked the big bear out. I was thinking if the big bear was a honey pot and there's like, yeah, we gotta lure that Irish canary we gotta lure her. And I'm like, it's the big bear honey pot that's coming to, even if he was a honey pot, it wouldn't matter. So shout out to Civic STEM and shout out to individuals who participate in some pretty awesome motherfucking social experiences. Shout out to you. And it's not that many of them. That's what makes them so unique, darlings. Yeah, happy birthday. Girl, look, my voice. I don't know, somebody's birthday was today or yesterday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kiki. Happy birthday to you. She might not ever see this, but to each his own. I know how to write my ass off. I also know how to write speeches though, but let's get back to, it's so much bullshit. What bullshit going on, Anderson Cooper? It's so much bullshit. Oh, baby, you can't even do ODB can't even do a Southern. See, that's where Matthew comes in, because Matthew been around enough Southern people, sir. So he can pull out probably just about any accent, or it's a dialect, darling. Black people on YouTube are so socially disconnected, and you talk about the white people. It's a dialect, darling, not an accent. If we'd be like, can you please pass me the pepper and the salt? Can you place it to the right, please? So, yeah, do not to the left, please to the right. Gracias, senorita. Gracias. That's an accent. Dialect. Learn the difference. So yeah, Matthew, he can pull off a southern dialect like I don't know, he could be howdy partners. Howdy Matthew. Even but I'd be like, howdy, baby. Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots. He ain't had no black tie affair to ruin because your motherfucker took his motherfucking face out the fucking improv like it was showtime at the fucking Apollo or something. Where is my sound effect machine? Joe Biden? T. And y'all know there's certain jokes when white people say they sound funny as fuck. When black people say certain things sound funny as fuck, that's how you always have to know who originated the shit. Because when black people, if they try to steal a joke, it ain't gonna sound as funny. You're gonna fuck up the punchlines and all the ain't that right, Mr. Matthew McConaughey. Sir, excuse me. Pardon me, excuse me. Get your hands off of me. Excuse me. I'm looking for Avon. I'm looking for Avon, Mr. Vince Vaughn. Tell him there's a flower delivery. Congratulations on that star, sir. I'm doing little skits and pieces or whatever. That's why zombies be like, is she retarded or is she crazy? You want to ask the potent defense? You want howdy, Mr. Matthew. Howdy, sir. Irish Canary reporting for duty. AI. No, not artificial intelligence. Y'all really thought I was a hologram or something? I mean, I'm not Synergy. But I can sit up there. People really be like, oh, so what's the scoop for today? I can't predict the future, but there's enough unclassified information that hasn't been published, Mr. Matthew McConaughey, sir. Can you teach other ones like yourself how to speak like if they're from the South? And it's like 1 plus 1 equals 0 plus 0 cannot possibly. Un momento, por favor. Un momento, por favor. Howdy, Mr. Joe. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. 1 plus 1, like, cannot possibly equal 768, 3791, 674.98. Like, that is not possible. $57,491.02. Like, I'm having an airhead moment or something. Howdy, Mr. Matthew McConaughey, sir. He can teach y'all how does 1. Hold on, does 0 plus 0 equal? Sir, Mr. Joe Biden. So you have your own press secretary. Stop being nosy, sir. You got the files already, sir. Is 0. It cannot possibly equal $36,861, 10/14/2009. That's how they be on the movies. Excuse me, sir. I's tired of being neighborly, and I's tired of being friendly. The poor thing, what thing? The cat had perfume swishing all over its tail. I tell you, it was cringe-worthy. Just cringe-worthy. Cringe-worthy wouldn't have been a word back in the day, though. But it's 2022. It was just cringy. What a creep. Says no woman about any base bear or... What do you guys call yourselves? I'm trying to see what your characters are. Anyway... Shout out to the theater arts community, whatever is left of that, because I know, darlings, with all this fakeness and, oh my God, there's social media just propping these zombies and these sheep up, and they're like, so they think they can perform? Says a lot about individuals' talent when they push to have others deplatform, push to have individuals shadow banned, and push to have individuals silenced just because they do not understand a punchline or get comedy, or just because they do not understand other people's stories. And I've had different experiences to other black people. Say, for instance, individuals who have, you know what I'm saying, been subjected to different things because white people in their area, 9 times out of 10, they're liberals. Because conservatives ain't walking around and be like, oh my God, you has to smack the floor of that before I step on it. Oh no, put it over the mud pedal. Put it over the mud pedal, child. You don't have people treating people like that, but on the other spectrum, that's what individuals do. But they're the same liberals trying to tell you that all other white people are racist. Make it make sense. Or let me make it make sense. Somebody need to teach Bibi how to roll his neck. Bibi ain't black. Get out of here. He is funny though. Oh, I'm glad I didn't cry on this last bit, because last time I would cry, I had the probably the video. I was like, ooh. But the reason why I come in front of here and display so many different emotions, and I don't know which one of Jordan Peterson's colleagues, it ain't his, direct colleague needs to hear this. But when individuals are looking at that, does not mean it is in real time. Some information, this is live, but other stuff be pre-recorded. So even if people have on the same exact thing, you lunatic quacks is what I call them. Does not mean that they're going from this to When people act and perform, they have to be able to turn that switch on and off. Cut. Start back. Cut again. No, that exact same tapes. Don't move. Get the frame. And people think they have what it takes all day. That's a lot of motherfucking hard work, and no different from how you see people sitting down playing their piano doing kind. It ain't easy. You're showing the hell can't replace people. So that's the point that I'm getting at. Now, I know I curse like a sailor, but to be silent is to agree with the bullshit, basically. And that's why I use my voice and my 65 robots. People are like, who does she think? I like being semi-censored because I don't want to go viral. I know enough people who have done a lot of things. And I know one thing for sure. They don't have to do no stupid sound bites. They know how to produce their asses off, basically. So that world is not for me. But shout out to individuals who want to pursue that. It's not for me. My world is put my foot up these civilian ITs' asses. We need more women in tech. That's not the solution. We need ethics, integrity. We need that in technology. There was this book. It was talking about bad computers. Bad computers or bad machinery or whatever. Are they held to some type of accountability as it pertains to ethics? I forgot the name of the book or whatever, but I think I had to do it for this paper a very long time ago. And that's a very important question. I never thought we will see this day to where there will be, even with the technological advancement, there will be technological hiccups which were unnecessary and whatever. And OPM breaches, what happened. Information is open to the public. I mean, all you have to do is Google it. It gets pretty heinous behind the scenes though, and those reports probably are never going to be published. And that's why individuals, but let's go back to showing emotions. It's good to show emotions, who can't show emotions. Individuals who are filthy and they just engage in a lifelong, generational, plantation form of debauchery. I like to say debauchery. People say debauchery. I like to say debauchery because I'm from the South and I like to be different. People say fall, I say fox. Trump. I don't know. No, I don't know how to do monologues, Mr. Gutfield. Oh, hey, cat eye cat. They scared of tigers too. Big old angry black man with the cat eyes went. He's 6 foot. I don't know how tall is Tyrus. He's taller than Big Bear. We have our own little thing going on, but shout out to the mainstream. We not be like, I want your title and your positions. We create our own tables and utilize platforms to make each other laugh. I don't know who can see me though. For all I know, it's just the White House. Biden be like this. If that darn Natasha stop talking here because she, sir, I know one thing, sir. You better not ever make a fraud in your slip, sir. You listen to everything that they saying in your ear, sir. You never say my name. But yeah. Once upon a time, I thought Anderson Cooper was so cool. And Anderson, he's trying to give me Hillary Clinton vibes. So when you give her a compliment, she's like, ew. I'm like, ma'am, Madam Secretary, do you truly like black people or do you just pretend? Let's take this photo and we're going to pretend. Get away from me, peasant. But once upon a time, Anderson Cooper, I used to be like, oh my God, like, not because he's a Fox, whatever, Silver Fox Nice, because the way that his style of journalism, darling, I'm trying to tell you, these bloggers, like, girl, friend. Real journalism is to be off the motherfucking chain. And some of it still is or whatever. So yeah, Sheepin's honestly programmed that like they be tuning to, let's see who's fucking each other now on scripted reality TV. Okay, let's turn to Love Vibrational Zeus TV network and we're gonna see who's fucking and sucking each other just because my life do not depend on who's fucking and sucking Mr. Joe Biden. And neither should the sheep and zombies. Alright? Excuse me, people. There are a lot of individuals who are retired. Thank you for your service members who are also basic, who are also very smart. So y'all see us sitting up there doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of skits or whatever. You just gotta find and read between the lines, darlings. Sheep and zombies, they can have truth in their face. That's why I didn't want any type of help from the mainstream media. But I truly, from the bottom of my motherfucking heart, really, truly appreciate people who isn't walking around like this with their nose in the air. We don't see no scandals. We don't see it. I say, I'm going to write a book of scandals, and I'm going to show you that we can do it without the mainstream. Mainstream would have picked up these stories. I tell you that these motherfucking career criminals would have been running for motherfucking jumping off there. Jump off that cliff, Andre. Jump off. Who is Mr. Joe Rogan trying to chastise her? You would have seen Kendrick, oh, we're going to jump out the white people and the black people. Man, look, these scandals were so out of control, y'all. Mainstream of the old school mainstream would have loved to eat that up, baby. Ain't nothing like a good news story that you just sit on. Now they tune in like, what's next, me? So if you don't see it on Anderson Cooper, you know what I'm talking about? You know you come on Brian Stelter. Brian Stelter like he want to speak some truth. It's too late, so you're tardy for the party. But thank you, Frax Frat. I appreciate it. And it wasn't even anything major. Just listening to an Irish Canary, 3344, Pleasant Street Desire, Ghost Town Girl, vent, like I used to vent, to the great guys who I'll never see again. Because their missions are much bigger. Basically. So that's the thing. If people tell me, what do you miss going into the offices and just listening to fun stories? You know how Colonel Potter tell the stories when he ain't mad at Alex Jones and he ain't mad at Jamarcus Trump. That's not me. That's the big bear. He said, Jamarcus, we gonna call him Jamarcus since he acts so much like a nigga. I was like, touche, concur. But yeah, Colonel said he was a historian. I was like, okay, so I was trying to. He's on hiatus. He's on vacation. And he needs to take a break and a rest. But yeah, if people are like, Natasha, you know Joe Biden, he ain't never going to be like, well, Natasha, what did you miss the most about sitting and being around club? I miss basement and I miss them telling fun stories. That's what I miss. And if I tell you anything after that, then I will have to waterboard you, sir. But yeah, that's what I miss. Sometimes when people are like, what you miss about this? Being able to just knock, and just be like, well, I don't have anything to do. I just have a bunch of books. I'm just waiting, passing time. And I just get to stop by to see some amazing guys. Yeah. So that's what I miss. So, yeah. And then people can understand each other too, so things don't sound bizarre or crazy when they be like, they be like, story of they don't. Regular people, they be like, oh my God, that's the room again. Oh my God, they just freak out, and we're just like, don't cram truth down, PZ, sheep and zombies' throats. Don't do it. So it's up for them. But God does not put anything on you that you can't bear. That's the amazing fun fact. But yeah, that's what I miss the most. Being around a lot of base guys. Being around smart women. That's the education side. That's not indoctrinated. And I had some other ones. They be like, is it just education? No, I tell you, I cannot see all of them. And y'all would think they ghost. And even if y'all, some of y'all won't recognize them. So, yo, those are the real heroes. And now I know when I be having to go, because I be like, when I start talking about who the heroes are, then I want to cry. Yeah, so everybody scattered, dispersed, doing their own thing. And only great men belong on the front line. So that's the story. That's the story of Little Project Girl's life. Now, who's gonna share the story of a 200 pounds sitting in a basement? Do you know how obnoxious that sounds? It's just like it's a bear. No, it's the unicorns. No, it's the bees that's stinking. It's a bird. It's the plane. Come on, man. Can you imagine that being reported? So first is bear, played the piano, and then our Canary was like, hold my research. I gotta hold on. We're gonna go on downtime because we love to listen to music because it reminds me of Mr. Bush, not Mr. George Bush Jeb. Sit down, Mr. Cooper. Reminds me of Mr. Bush, and I finally found a Halloween picture when I was a kitten when I was a little girl, and I thought it got destroyed in Katrina. When I seen that picture, when I opened up the treasure chest, I cried like a baby. I cried. Now that's me being serious. I cried. I was like, oh, because the other pictures got damaged in the storm. So there was an extra copy in the photo book. So it's not too many people that are part of history, but you better believe it. I'm gonna print out my pictures, put it on a mantle, and it's gonna be like this. Now this is history. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Joe Rogan. Dun, 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 dun. Now this is history. A bear playing the piano, you say? I digress. Now, I've been going for 56 minutes. Normally, I told you I've been blessing these YouTube streets. I really like to keep it down to about less than 30 minutes now because I don't really have to come on every day. Hopefully, I make people laugh and hopefully for the individuals who know how to read through the truth. You know, that we are the survivors of the OPM breaches and there are millions of more, Joe Biden. Those are our great men and our women. Men are on the front lines. Women, we do reports. Shout out to the Patriots. Probably suspended, probably banned from Twitter. That was my command station, y'all. So much for Space Force. Shout out to individuals who love themselves. Shout out to the individuals who do not harp and waddle in systematic and systemic oppression, darlings and gentlemen. Shout out to individuals who are unique influencers or whatever, and they basically stand there and let them mind their business without trying to twist the facts and change the narratives. Now I'm going to answer some questions. So someone had posed a question. It wasn't directly towards me, but I'm like, girl, let me tell you. You might want to stay in your lane, little girl. Some of these little fresh fish, these civilians be thinking because they have an education that's indoctrinated that they know what's really going on. So I'm going to answer that question, ma'am. And I would think that your boss, and it's not even a higher upper echelon. Higher upper echelon means Anthony Anderson know what I'm talking about. He's not higher upper echelon, but Anthony Anderson know what I'm talking about. Your boss might want to tell you to hold your horses, but telling you to be a little bit messy, baby. So, and when individuals engage in certain type of tactics, just ignore them, because if you guys have an end game, focus on your end game, because these motherfuckers in the big YouTube sectors are the motherfucking scripted reality TV sectors, and they worry about who fucking is sucking and da-da-da-da-da. Thank you for the dislike, bitch. I'm the most hated nigga Irish in these YouTube streets, because people hate themselves and they hate their mammies and their motherfucking daddies, i.e. their fucking creators. I was looking at that like or whatever, but no one can do what I do. I'm glad. I don't know Joe Biden. I don't need a medal to say. I don't need a medal or a fancy pen. So I asked the ones who broke the OPM bricks out by myself without departments and without wasting federal tax dollars and the American people's monies. Yeah, that's why I flap my wings, but that's what the base ones do as well. No matter the gender, that's what they do or whatever. Because when you have a lot of degenerates feeling as though they can compete with you, then they be like, unleash the beast. Beast of information it is. So yeah, y'all ignore individuals. I don't have an end game right here because I'm not saying give me money, so I could get some tea and I could get some boobs. These are natural, darling. You better ask Nicki Minaj that is. You let me get a booty injection, then motherfucking hoes dying off of the let me tell you. These civilian sheep thing, darling, stay in your lanes. No one bothers you, so don't come over here and I'm talking to the jackasses clowns too. Even pimps wear suits too. The fuck? Trying to cram that clown down our throats, sir. Keep that bullshit in the black beef YouTube sector and carry on. They ain't getting shit done. Meanwhile, people just building and building and building. Y'all mad if you building. And they still at the same. Get your numbers up. Because I know if I want to get my numbers up, darlings, I use my connections and be like, yeah, let's go ahead and let's edit this shit. That's not my end game, because if I wanted an end game like that, I know how to audition, darlings, okay? So for the lazy motherfuckers there go my sign language. For the lazy motherfuckers who just think that we'll just get in front of the camera, be retarded, act stupid, fuck with white people, fuck with black people, fuck with everybody except for fuck with yourselves. Let me know how that turns out. I'll compete with no bitch or no motherfucking nigga. No nigga. I compete with none. I've always competed with myself or with a motherfucking computer. Or can I get a man? And I encourage other individuals to do the same thing. But if you have a different end game, focus on yourself. Focus on your end game and focus especially on loving yourself. That's what the motherfucking credo is. So yeah, somebody stop by just to make yourself known. A lot of we're gonna keep it real with DC. We're just gonna keep it real because black people in your two streets who mind their fucking business know. There's thousands of black, y'all messy. That's why y'all block. You'll know if I fuck with you or not, because if you try to comment, you ain't gonna be able to. And if you try to add, hopefully your mentions ain't coming through. So I understand why you're in your feelings. How's that for envy and jealousy? And you can finish changing the narratives, baby, because behind the scenes, it's going down. It's going down behind the scenes, and we don't need DC. Darling, how about that data act, though? How about that? No, I didn't pay no senator. This how you get a bill paid. I ain't do all that, baby. Look up here. Don't, What a simp say. Stay in your simp lane. Cram a pimp down our throats. Nigga, fuck. My boys from the army already know how the fuck I rock. So the base side, that is. You got some pussies in these YouTube streets thinking they the shit. Baby, let me tell you who the shit. Motherfuckers who are basic can come out and fucking still transition. You heard me. Excuse me, politicians. Black and white men who mind your motherfucking business and don't be worried about a woman's business. I digress. Yeah. Come on. You're mad? You're big mad or little mad because you cannot comment. They big mad. It's okay. People know what's going on behind the scenes, so it's probably like, these some stupid son of bitches. And if so, it's Anderson Cooper, sir. Y'all, I know you gotta think this. Fine, I know you have some Chardonnay or whatever expensive shit you drink. You got love, Anderson. This the point of it all. So I say, journalists, kick your feet up, darlings. You no longer have to go outside. We're gonna do what the sheep and zombies do. We're gonna be on social media, and you can finally relax. There's no going into the field, darlings. Getting all hot and sweaty and your boobs and you gotta. I digress. Hey, big mad. You came by to give a dislike. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it if you don't press click, because I don't need them bills climbing. I appreciate it if you don't press nothing. Yeah, some haters. Trust and believe. If I wanted to be like, you know what I'm saying, a scammer, I'll read your reading for tarot card. It's scammers. That's why it's a lot of scammers in the YouTube streets who would never make it or see a red carpet. So that's the point of it all. And if you do music, just know, you're not blacklisted. You're just not on the list. Do you see? No, I don't. Hold on. Do you see his name? No, I don't, darling. Keep it. Next. Oh, is your name on the list? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one. And I know they think it's a joke. So I hope you're not like a Andre Williams Sr. and you want to make some beats or do some music because you're not getting in the door. Now, how's that for revenge? How's that for revenge? Now, since they want to be some jackass little man boys, some motherfucking pussyfied gammas, I hope you're not working on music or doing music because no one's going to buy it. Okay? And that's how we're coming. That's how we're coming. So yeah, I could keep on talking about Drake. How about everybody? We like when you talk about people so they can go back run and tell like some little snitches. Speaking of snitch, I ever seen a snitch like Andre Williams Sr. You put your deposition, boy, you put your deposition in your name. You can at least put in the names of people that identities you was trying to steal. Mr. Cooper, darling, you must read those files. You must read those files, but you can get it from the White House. Biden like, what files? Look at there at high gas prices. Sir, I'm glad you can keep secrets now. Let's get back to business. Governmental affairs, that is. This has been a bathroom. Do you like my... I took down Dream and put... This has been a bathroom edition, a powder edition, darlings, of Let's Chit, No Chatter with Envy Greatly. Probably suspended Pearl Bath from Twitter. Nah, I got it, chat. Bye. I love you guys. Sunday's coming up. Happy Sunday. Sorry for the subtle language. I like to keep it a little bit animated. Don't do as I do. Okay? But God gonna make sure he sent the real holy and divine, not these hypocrites. Hypocrites be like, I'm gonna pray for you. No, pray for your motherfucking self, you degenerates. He the holy people praying for the sinners and the saints like you and I, y'all. We curse. But that's the only thing that I'm guilty of, Mr. Matthews. Curse. Like I said. Shout out to my boys, the fallen and the still standing. Shout out to my base servicemen and women. Shout out to individuals who are civilians. You are the foot soldiers. You are the new you are the next generation. And shout out to individuals who truly love America because you know we the people love you. Now I gotta jet. Bye. And let's see the X. That.